Okay. Today we're going to go over survivor squads in Fortnite. So, survivor squads are the main sort of power increase you're going to get. So as you can see, I'm only level 26 if I open up the menu there. That's because I've cleared out all my survivor squads, because I can go do them. So, what do I recommend? So, if you're starting off in sort of the low end tier of the game, we're talking Stonewood, maybe high end Plankton at a stretch, low end Canny, you want to turn autofill on. What autofill will do is will fill all your slots up with your highest tier survivors. It won't care if they match anything, which is bad. So what I'm going to show you is how to properly optimize each of these, and I'm just going to clear these out just really quickly, just to show you. So as you can see, our level will drop significantly. I don't know if you saw, but I was level 76. So I'm going to quickly talk about these two survivors here. This is Joel and this is Carolina. Now Joel and Carolina are quite special because those are the only two Mythic survivors. Yeah, you have Mythic leads, but these are the only two Mythic survivors, and they have like special bonuses attached to them. I'll go over that later. So you might also notice that I have a lot of legendaries and epics. If you can't get hold of legendaries, just go for epics. They're like a very good substitute. I'm currently not in the stage of the game where I can get all legendaries. Also, another thing you should do is if you go over to your collection book, if you do have enough V-Bucks, just unslot all your rare and legendaries, as well as your unique leads. So as you can see, I've done that. If you don't have enough, just buy a V-Bucks pack. Also, before I start, if this helps, make sure you use my support creator, officially SP777. Much appreciated. So, let's go in and start. So, what you can do is you can go into each of these and it'll say what it does. So this is the EMT squad, which does Fortitude, Fire Team Alpha is Offense, Gadgeteers is Resistance, and Corpse Engineering is Tech. This is your Fort stats, and there's two of these, so FORT, FORT. Fortitude is basically health, Offense is damage, Resistance is shield and regeneration rate, Tech is traps and all that kind of stuff to do with damage and stuff like that from traps. So that's what you want to do when you're looking. You want to see what you want to prioritize. So if you want to just get a well-rounded, higher power sort of matchup, then this guide's probably going to be for you. Otherwise, I would look elsewhere if you want a specific guide, but this is going to get you like the maximum out of your thing. So I don't know if you saw earlier, but when I turned on autofill, I got a power of 76? Yeah, 76. If I go over to the map, you can see, if I go down to Twine Peaks, you can see all these missions are very red and very bad. We're going to make those orange and make them less bad, and we're going to beat the autofill system by quite a lot. So autofill you should not be using if you're in like Canny and Twine. Like honestly, it's just garbage. So let's clear all these out and let's finally start. So that's the last one. Okay, EMT squad. So when you're looking for a lead, you want to try and get the highest tier survivor. Oh, my game's broken. There you go. You want to get the highest tier lead. So unfortunately I only have an epic. I do have a legendary, but I'm going to go with this epic just because I have a lot of matching stuff and I've already drafted this. Otherwise I would have gone for so if I do that, you can see I only have like two of these which match his personality. That's another thing you want to match up is personality types. So as you can see, this lead survivor, his leader match is a doctor, which matches the little icon at the top next to EMT squad. You want to make sure that's always like that. and the personality is competitive, which means
Good
that
team.
we should slot other survivors
Get it
which are
done.
competitive,
We're in it together.
which I'm doing now.
Teamwork.
And you can easily do this by opening up, pressing A, then clicking left stick for the leader
All right.
personality match,
Team
and it will
bonus.
automatically
Good
sort
team.
that by whatever you need.
Teamwork.
So here we go. This is the EMT squad. I'm going to quickly go over set bonuses. So set bonuses you don't need to worry about until you're way up there. So as you can see, every survivor has a set bonus. So this one is trap damage bonus 2 of 3. These two both have it. If I were to get another hero, another survivor with a trap damage bonus, like somewhere here, then that trap damage bonus will activate, and you can see all the bonuses on the left there. So as you can see, personality match, 5% trap damage. The only thing that is active is the 8% trap durability. I would sort these out just so the set bonuses were different, but at this time it's not worth it unless you're in very high twine. Next up, we're going to go for Malcolm. He's a lead survivor, and I don't know if you notice, but Mythic lead survivors grant a, it even says down there, grant a large power bonus for personality matches and a small debuff. So if you don't slot these right,
Team bonus.
then you will be overall hurting your team. So if you have any like leftover people who don't fit in, say if you don't have, hang on, let me go over to gadgetiers. So say if you don't have enough of these like swirly ones, if you were to slot, for example, Carolina, which obviously her personality doesn't match with the lead, it is going to actually hurt your team for the worst. I know it's gone down, but that's because obviously they're a higher level, but just don't do that. Next up, we're going to go for gadgetiers. I'm actually going to change out. Okay, so I'm going to go for this guy. Mythic lead again.
All right, team bonus.
And you just want
We're
to
in it
slot your
together.
highest tier survivors.
What a team.
We'll get it done.
Team bonus.
And here, I can't really do anything. I could slot a Mythic, but it would overall hurt the team. Unless they're really high level, I would say to not slot a Mythic or any other, because it would hurt the team more. So as you can see, I just slotted a thing. Boosted level quite a bit, but not as much as if you were to, you know, do it normally. Next up, we have the Corpse of Engineering. I'm just going to slot that Mythic there. This is where Mythic Joel comes into play, because his personality matches, and that's going to be pretty good. I'm going to turn it off.
Best team ever. Teamwork.
I'm just going to slot all these in, and you can see how easy it is to
What a team.
sort of
Teamwork.
build a survivor squad. So I'm just going to do the rest.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have
was made
drafted
for
this
this.
out. You can change it around if you really want to. So I could choose
It's
this
not a
guy who
job,
has a completely
it's a
different thing,
calling.
but I only have 2 survivors. So
Teamwork.
I might actually do that,
Team bonus.
and then pop Carolina in there. Like, you really don't have to. It's completely up to you. But I'm just gonna go for higher tier possible. Like, I've already drafted this out,
Best team
and
ever.
I'm expecting. I'm not
Good
gonna say
team.
what I'm expecting, because it's kind of weird.
Teamwork.
So I'm just gonna slowly
I
but surely
love it.
slot everyone in.
All right.
Now, when you do
team
this,
bonus.
because I've actually
Good
drafted
team.
this out, you probably won't have it drafted
Teamwork.
out. So
It's my dream job.
the levels of your survivors will
We're in it
vary
together.
a lot.
Get it done.
So you would have
Good
to
team.
not sort of
We're in
worry
it
about your
together.
level. And once you've got all the personality
All right,
matches
team
the way you
bonus.
want them, just sort of level up from there and just discard the people you don't need in your survivor squad. It's always handy to keep a couple of survivors on hand, just in case.
I could do this.
So I'm just going to slot the last
a team.
people. Don't think I can put any more in. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to slot in Carolina here. As you can see, she's not actually providing a debuff. Her name didn't turn red. Whereas if I went to one of my mythics and slotted Carolina, you can see that that's turned red and it's dropped our power level a little bit. So we won't do that. So we're going to go to here and we're just going to slot anyone else that we can find. It doesn't matter if they are, you know, not matching. But as you can see, we've pretty much filled this all out. We are now power 78 as opposed to 76, which is what the autofill did. Obviously someone's joined my party, so it's boosted me up to 81. But that is way better than what the autofill could ever do. And it's always viable to just do it yourself. As for getting survivors, I know it's kind of tough. Honestly, the item shop, there's purple survivors in here. The event items, there's always survivors in here which you can buy. And overall, it's just good to do it on your own. So that is like my survivor guide. I know it's probably not the best, but if you're looking to like get started, then this is a brilliant way. Just make sure you do survivor missions. So for example, this Ride the Lightning one is absolutely brilliant because it provides 4 times survivor XP. Around Twine, that's around 200k, and that'll be enough to level up your survivors quite a lot. So that's all for now. Also make sure to level up your survivors that you've got slotted, so I can just level this girl up here. Just provide a small boost. Every little bit helps, and also remember to do your research points as well. But the bulk of your thing is going to be coming from survivor squads. Other half, research. But we're not focusing on research. Focus on the survivor squads. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.